People ask me what the biggest bonehead accident I ever had in the bee yard was over my 27 years of beekeeping. Well, I've had a few, but what was about to happen today tops them all, so I'm going to share it with you. The day started out normal enough. I had already done 2 hive inspections, and this was the 3rd one. But sadly, we are only human, and mistakes do happen. And I want to share this one with you.
Oh, did I put one in that was still in the wrapper last week?
Needless to say, that was not it.
Could be. You know, this getting old, that can really work on you. Wow. This is so propylized that the actual screen is coming apart. Yeah, that's a little better. And our screen came apart. I have to work on that. A little bit more of what I would expect to find in a dirt. Still a surprising amount of we'll go right downstairs and see what these girls are up to. Get a weight check on this. This is lighter. I want to make sure things are okay downstairs. This was our 2nd package colony that never quite got up to speed like the first one did. I'm going to go right for a frame in the middle. See what we can find out. And we see bees. Do we see any freshly laid? That I can't see. I do see larvae, okay. I do see larvae and eggs. So this girl, I'm just thinking that when you buy packaged bees, you're supposed to be getting new queens, but that's not always the case. I think we have an older queen in this hive that just isn't putting out like the queen in the other hive. So I have a feeling that next year, if they don't change her out by themselves, I'm going to have to change things around a little bit. Shit.
Okay, let's just freeze time for a moment here. When a goof like this happens, you really have to think about what happened and then just proceed forward and try to correct the mistake. There's no point in panicking. So, that's what I did.
Now there was an amateur mistake. Of the first degree.
Needless to say, the bees were not too pleased with me. I wasn't too pleased with myself, but they were even more upset. I guess they certainly had the right to be so. I sat the super down on the ground and then just carefully removed the frames that were now sitting upside down on top of the brood box, and it didn't look like too many bees died in this accident, but oh man, it's just not the type of thing you want to have happen. In all my years of beekeeping, I've had good days, I've had bad days, and I've just never had a day where I felt quite as stupid as I did today. But there was still a lot of work to be done, and we just had to move forward with the inspection. Except for the excited bee part, this hive was in pretty good shape. Not as strong as some, but in pretty good shape. I had always kept enough space between the hives to set down a super right side up, or on top of a hive next to it. As things got more crowded, though, I had taken to putting the supers on their sides. When I took them off, I would set it on their side. I figured that way it wasn't, squishing anybody on the bottom. But when a super's outside, you can pick it up in either way if you're not paying attention. And that's exactly what I did. I picked it up the wrong way and flipped it upside down on top of the hive. Well, one thing that came out of this adventure is it was time to build another platform or another stand that I could put other hives on. It was just getting a little too packed out. So that was my goof, and I'll see you all next week.